Very nice. Electric field is a qualitative term. Electric field represent what? What does electric field represent? It represents the strength, effect, or influence of a charge in its vicinity. इस चार्ज के चारों तरफ इसकी कितनी शक्ति है, that is represented by electric field. Right? Similarly, mass के around gravitational field, charge के around electric field. हमने कुछ electric field और electric field lines भी पढ़े. Next concept that we started, but आपको ये थोड़ा यही समझना है. इसके पहले वाला part you need to cover it. Okay, electric flux and electric. We denote it by symbol phi. Flux means flow. So if there is any charge configuration, उसकी कुछ electric field होगी. And those electric field lines are imaginary lines. We cannot see them. We cannot see the electric field lines, but to represent how many number of electric field lines are passing through any surface area, we use the term called as electric flux. Flux means the total number of electric field lines which passes through an area. Electric field lines क्या होते हैं? Imaginary lines which we draw to represent the direction and magnitude of electric field. To visualize, to see how the electric field is present, we represent the line. अगर हम ऐसे कोई लाइन बनाते हैं पैरेलल लाइन, then it means it is a uniform electric field. Uniform का मतलब, what is uniform electric field? Regular means, parallel means the same at all points. It is constant in magnitude as well as direction. The electric field which always remains constant in direction as well as magnitude. So this electric field is represented by E, और हमें एक area रख दिया, area A. Cool. Area is vector or scalar? Vector. Area is a vector. What is the direction of area vector? One direction. X, Y, Z. Vector body means one specific direction. If you are saying X, Y, Z, then it is. What is the area vector direction? Sushant? Perpendicular to the area. Area is perpendicular to the area vector. So electric field and area vector, which they both when they both are in the same direction. अब इसको ऐसा assume करेंगे, which is like a water flow or air flow, हमने किसी surface से इसको होना है. When that area is kept perpendicular to it, the maximum amount of water is flowing through it. Electric flux is defined as electric field into area. The product of electric field into that perpendicular area through which electric field lines are passing through. Like a wind flowing, and you have to block this by an area. The orientation of that surface area also decides how much amount of wind is flowing through it, how much amount of water is flowing through it. If we tilt this area by an angle theta, this is slightly tilted. Slightly tilted means now it is earlier it was kept perpendicular and now it is rotated by an angle theta. The area is same, but the effect of that area which is now blocking the wind or which is now stopping the wind or the one through which area is electric field is passing, that area vector has slightly changed its direction. A is not in the direction of electric field anymore. ये पहले perpendicular रखा था, हमने इसको साइड में tilt कर दिया by an angle theta. Such that the electric field and area vector has an angle theta. So now the effective area, which is also called as projection of this area, that area component is A cos theta, which is in the direction of electric field vector or which is perpendicular to the electric field lines. Area of the area, we can change the area. Area is not imaginary. Electric field is also there, but electric field lines are invisible. You cannot see them. That's why there is another quantity defined to represent how many electric field lines are passing through it. Right? This is a scalar quantity because it just represents a number, the number of electric field lines passing through a surface in perpendicular direction. If it is a uniform, in a uniform electric field, flux through an area is defined as E into A cos theta, where theta is the angle that is between electric field and area vector. In the first scenario, electric field and area vector both are in the same direction. Theta is 0. Maximum flux will pass when area is kept perpendicular, and zero flux will pass when area is parallel to the electric field. Right? Water is flowing, and if we keep a surface which is exactly parallel to it, no wind or no air will be blocked by it. The number of electric field lines passing through it is 0. Right? So area is a vector quantity. The orientation of that surface also denotes how much electric field lines will pass. So electric flux की definition है. It represents the total number of. I think शायद मैं लिखी थी last class में. It represents the total number of electric field lines passing perpendicularly through an area. राइट इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड को तो नहीं देख सकते, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस को नहीं देख सकते, बट इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस कितनी है उसको मैथमेटिकली अज्यूम कर सकते हैं, मैथमेटिकली रिप्रेजेंट कर सकते हैं बाय इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स. व्हाट इज द यूनिट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स? डोंट वरी, I'm asking you, you haven't done it. Electric field is, by the way, force per unit charge. Force acting per unit charge. So you will get backup class plus recorded lectures. Don't worry. We just assume I know everything up to this point. Newton into meter square per coulomb, because force is Newton. Electric field is force acting per unit charge multiplied by meter square. Newton meter square per coulomb. This is the SI unit of electric flux. Flux is scalar quantity because it is a dot product. By the way, अगर किसी surface और electric field के बीच में theta angle है, let's say 30 degree, electric field lines and that area. If the angle between them is theta, what is the angle between area vector? This surface is inclined at an angle theta with respect to electric field. So step like this. What is the angle between area vector and electric field? ये अक्सर क्वेश्चन में गलती करते हैं. Electric field is this. ये area ऐसा रखा हुआ है. This is the top view. Which direction will be area vector? Perpendicular to it. ये पहले ऐसे था. Now it is tilted. Area का area vector से perpendicular direction में. So that is the perpendicular direction. We have to find this angle. Theta 90 minus theta 90 theta. This becomes how much? 90 minus theta. ये 90 हुआ. This becomes 90 minus theta. And then alternate opposite angles. So अगर question में angle given है plane का electric field के साथ 60 degree, in the formula theta will not be 60, theta will be taken as 30 degree. If plane makes an angle theta, then its area vector makes 90 minus 60. Right? So when you calculate the question, you have to check whether the angle is given with the area vector or with the surface. If a surface is inclined, like surface is parallel, theta 0, but with the area vector, electric field is perpendicular. In a uniform electric field, electric flux passing through an area or through a surface area is E dot A. Other uniform electric field है दो. If suppose electric field is non-uniform, or maybe this surface area is non-uniform, not necessarily a plane surface. Any of the two random cases. If electric field is non-uniform, means electric field is changing in magnitude or direction, or maybe area is not a plane surface, it is a irregular surface. In these two scenarios, पहला case है electric field is non-uniform, or maybe electric field is uniform, but the surface that we are shooting is a non-uniform kind of surface. Non-uniform means any irregular shape, not just a rectangular area. In both the cases, we have left only one option. Consider a small element and then integrate for the entire surface. Integration in maths. Have you done? Yeah, I know. You know integration, but in maths you haven't done yet because it's okay, that yes, yes. Integration we must have done only in physics, maybe in 11. What does integration represent? मेमोराइज करके फॉर्मूला मेमोराइज कर लेता है, बट पता नहीं होता। अभी इंटीग्रेशन क्या होता है? इंटीग्रेशन होता है। वेरी नाइस। Basically, what does integration represent? Integration का मतलब क्या होता है? अगर यहाँ पे ये और यहाँ पे प्लस माइनस हो जाता है। इसको बोलते हैं तो मुझे सुनाई पड़ रहा है। Integration is integrating something. Summation. Integration is summation of a continuously varying quantity. The quantity which is continuously changing everywhere. उनको add करना, that is called integration. And when it is represented by a graph, then it is also equal to area bounded by the graph. Like this is the graph. If this is a graph और हमें इसकी सारी values को add करना है line between x1 to x2. We cannot add them by counting or by seeing because there will be infinitely many values. तो उसको हम क्या करते हैं? We write it by integration of y. इसके ऊपर करें over the limit of x1 to x2. This is called integration, and that means what we want to calculate is all the possible values of y lying between x1 to x2. We are just adding these numbers, these lines. This length of line represents the value of y. तो ग्राफ में पढ़ाइए x, y. So all these lines, the length of this line represent y. और इन सारी lines को add कर रहे हैं, that is integration. If you add all these lines, तो क्या मिल जाएगा? ये shaded area. Integration is always equal to area bounded by the graph. Area bounded by the curve. Right? So अभी यहाँ पर हम करना क्या चाहते हैं? This is some irregular shape. Electric field uniform हो और area uniform हो, only then we can use that formula of E dot A. If any of the two changes or both changes, एक ही option है, एक छोटा सा area ले लें. Consider a small area, कहीं पर भी dA. Electric field इधर है E. Area vector will be perpendicular to the surface. ऐसे जितने भी छोटे-छोटे dA होंगे, उन सबको इंटीग्रेट करके ऐड कर देंगे, then we get the total electric flux. But problem क्या है? यहाँ पे हर जगह पे एंगल चेंज होता जाएगा. Angle will be changing, electric field magnitude will be changing. So practically it is not possible to calculate by this method. E change हो रहा है because density is changing, theta is changing. In a non-uniform electric field, non-uniform means which is changing in magnitude or changing in direction or changing in both. Non-uniform electric field, if you have to calculate the electric flux, we have to first consider a small area P dot dA, and then we integrate this. And that integration will be of all the possible such area. Electric flux passing through a non-uniform cross section will also be calculated by this. अभी electric field uniform है, but suppose area curvature and surface is non-uniform. line magnitude the vector also E के ऊपर है, like that vector. That represents the vector. Yes. If suppose electric field is uniform, area is irregular, then we consider a small surface. यहाँ पर E dot dA again, it will be in different direction, and such all dAs we can integrate. So in a non-uniform electric field or irregular surface in a uniform electric field. irregular surface in uniform electric field. Mathematically, we have only one option. We consider a small area, and then we integrate this for the entire surface. That will be the flux. So what will be the limit point? Coming to that. And this integration is on dA. अभी तक हमने जितने integration किए वो सारे एक variable पे थे. If you have to integrate this, then there are two variables x and y. If it is a rectangle, then अगर sphere हो गया तब तो 3 dimension. ऐसा integration हमारे dx into dy करते हैं higher level पे, not at this level. Right? पहले x वाला integration फिर y वाला integration. तो ये integration बस कहने के लिए सुनने के लिए हम कर नहीं पाएंगे. We have to find out some other जुगाड़, some other easy way to find this integration. ये mathematically correct है. इनको किसी में करेंगे भी. Not like that कि हम सब में नहीं करेंगे. We will do in some questions how to do this integration. But ऐसे किसी भी surface में integrate करने के लिए हम area integrate करें. Area is 2 dimensional, so there will be two limit, 2 integration. यहाँ पे नॉर्मल dx लिखा हुआ है because we are integrating only in x direction. एरिया इंटीग्रेट करने में dA को dx into dy या dy into dz ऐसा कुछ लिख के at higher level हम करते हैं जहाँ पे प्रोग्रामिंग से करते हैं. You don't have to do it mathematically. The integration calculation. pd में भी करते हैं. dv का भी इंटीग्रेशन, वॉल्यूम इंटीग्रेशन भी करते हैं dx into dy into dz. Right? But अगर पेन पेपर करेंगे then it will be too lengthy and too complex because we have to know the surface equation. जो हमने अभी तक नहीं पढ़ी. अभी हमने इक्वेशन ऑफ लाइन पढ़ी है, इक्वेशन ऑफ कर्व पढ़ा है. So alternate क्या हो सकता है? What is the other possible alternate? What is the other possible way without integration if you want to calculate? If you want to calculate how many number of electric field lines are passing. एक छोटा symmetrical surface लेते हैं शायद थोड़ा बहुत. ये integration का symbol है, nothing else. But integration is of area. तो हमें पॉइंट की जगह पे हमें छोटे-छोटे एरिया स्ट्रिप भी हो सकती है, एरिया छोटे-छोटे सर्कल भी हो सकते हैं, कैन बी एनीथिंग. Now this integration is okay for mathematical representation, but for calculation it is quite complicated. We won't be able to calculate mathematically at this level without using the programming MATLAB or something. Alternate way क्या है? For example, suppose we keep a hollow hemisphere in a uniform electric field. We keep a hollow hemisphere. अभी जो हम कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं वो n एरिया, n मतलब there is only one area, इसलिए hollow होना चाहिए. अगर ये क्लोज होगा तो दो एरिया होगा, एक प्लेन जिससे अंदर गया और एक कर्व जिससे बाहर निकला. Now electric flux we are calculating that should intersect only once. तो सीधे यहीं पे intersect कर रही है. That plane surface is hollow, right? So this is a hollow hemispherical surface which is kept in a uniform electric field of E. Radius is R. हमें जो कैलकुलेट करना है वो ये है, यहाँ से कितनी इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस बाहर निकल रही है, इसको इंटरसेक्ट करके बाहर निकल रही है. बट वो मैथमेटिकली थोड़ा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है, सो हमें थोड़ा और कुछ सोचना है, बेसिक लॉजिकल. The number of electric field lines, या पहले अगर हम वो wind वाले से एग्जांपल लेते, wind और water. The wind that is coming through this curved surface will be exactly same which enters through the plane surface. Common sense. जितना plane से अंदर जा रहा होगा उतना ही बाहर निकलेगा. Curved surface को कैलकुलेट करने के लिए we need to do the integration. From curved surface को भूल ही जाते हैं. Leave that. What is the surface? हम क्या कैलकुलेट करते हैं हमेशा? We always use the concept of projection area for that irregular surface. Projection area is that perpendicular area which completely covers that surface. जैसे hemisphere है, hemisphere को प्रोजेक्ट करेंगे, projection area is always perpendicular to electric field. Electric field line के perpendicular. This area is what? Circle. Circle. Hemisphere का mouth is circle. So electric field lines entering through this circle is the same electric field lines which is coming out through the curved surface. हमें कैलकुलेट करना था यहाँ से कितना निकल रहा है. We use the logic that the number of electric field lines that comes out through the curved surface is exactly same that enters through this plane, circle, or circular area which has only area of pi r square. Right? Integration हमने avoid कर दिया by the concept of projection area. But this works only in the case of uniform electric field. If it is in a uniform electric field, we always use the projection area concept. Projection area is the perpendicular area that completely covers the face of that body. Right? Star mark and right. Star mark and right. If an irregular surface, if an irregular surface is kept in a uniform electric field, is kept in a uniform electric field, the electric flux can be calculated if an irregular surface is kept in a uniform electric field. The electric flux can be calculated by using projection area of that surface, projection area of that surface, which is a perpendicular area which completely covers the opening of the surface, which completely covers the opening of the surface and is perpendicular to electric field. And is perpendicular to electric field. ठीक है? So in a way, आगे क्या है उससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता. If it is a hemisphere, then it will be a circle. If suppose it is a cone, a hollow cone, or it may be some irregular shape. Instead of the sphere, now suppose it is a hollow cone. A spin cone. Again, the total number of electric field lines that is passing through this cone. Cone को intersect तो करेगी इस third surface पे on this third point. But we can calculate the number of electric field lines that is coming out from this cone will be exactly same the one which enters into pi r square. Doesn't matter वो आगे का shape कोई irregular shape हो कुछ भी हो random anything. If the mouth is still a plain circle, the total number of electric field lines that is entering is e to pi r square, so same number of field lines will also be coming out. It depends only upon the projection area, not the shape of irregular surface. Right? We'll come to those non-uniform cases also. पहले इतना समझ लेते हैं. Projection area क्या होता है? That area which is perpendicular to the electric field lines and completely covers the opening. जितने भी opening है उसको completely covers. ये first case था for hollow hemisphere. This is a hollow cone. And third one is any irregular surface having circular opening. Okay, so now you have to visualize this projection area. Suppose in this cone को हमने perpendicularly कट कर दिया बीच से. थोड़ा आपको visualize करना है. This cone is now cut from between. मतलब it's like is the cone. So बीच से कट कर देना perpendicularly. It will break into two pieces. और उसका एक draw it again. Don't worry. This is some half of the cone. Understood this ना? थोड़ा 3D में पूरा कौन था उसको बीच से कट कर दिया. The height is h, radius is r. Now this is a half cone. It is kept in a uniform electric field of E. Calculate the flux that comes out through this current surface. अभी डायग्राम क्लियर? आइसक्रीम को बीच से चाकू से काट दिया. आइसक्रीम को बीच से काट. What is the projection area now? Shape and that value of projection. Triangle. Triangle. Little bit triangle. Cut from between. This was the whole cone. ऐसे कट कर रहे. To this plane. Cut from between. And the face will be a triangle. Projection area is triangle. What will be the area of this triangle? Basic to height. Electric flux that is passing through this hollow cone, coming out of this hollow cone, will be electric flux E into that projection area. And projection area is a triangle here of base length 2r. Base length is diameter and height is equal to h. So half base into height. It has to be a hollow cone. Hollow cone को ये एक बार कट करेगा, solid cone को दो बार. उसके लिए कुछ अलग केस होता है. Electric flux is total number of electric field lines that intersect or that crosses through that area. नहीं होना चाहिए. ये surface area को perpendicularly कट नहीं करेगा ना. Surface area is not perpendicular. Surface area तो कुछ random सा किसी angle करेगा. समझ गया? वो करके बताओ. समझ गए? Okay. Surface area is different angle. Electric field lines will be having a different area, right? Okay. Now suppose if we consider a hollow cylinder. एक सिलेंडर को उसके बीच से कट कर दिया, perpendicular to that. Yes, very nice. It will be a rectangle. हमें उस शेप का perpendicular एक ऐसा surface choose करना है which completely covers its opening or its mouth. Now this is a half cylinder. Half cylinder. So बोलते हैं perspective drawing. Like this. Half cylinder. Yes, very nice. If height is h, radius is r. Now you have to find the electric flux that is coming through this, passing through this half cylinder. This is half electric field. Electric field lines के पास होने के बहुत perpendicular है. So here the projection area will be this rectangle through which electric field lines are entering. Palini?
Yes, sir.
Understood this concept of projection area?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. I think you also missed some classes in this batch. You
No, sir,
were
I've completed all of them.
okay, very nice, very nice. Good. For a single surface, the choose this batch, Monday, Wednesday, then I think 7 8 classes. If you choose the other batch, no problem. You can cover till the other in the other batch, then 3 4 only. This batch started little early. So गर्मी लग रही है तो इसे और कर लेते हैं. Yes, okay. So अभी हमने ये केसेस देखे इसमें इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस एक बार सरफेस को कट करें. Now instead of hollow cylinder, if it is a solid cylinder, instead of hollow cone, it is a solid cone. Instead of rectangle, it is a cube. So every electric field line will intersect twice. एक बार अंदर जाते हुए और एक बार बाहर. Right? So in that cases, the total electric flux for any closed surface is always defined as net outward flux. Net outward का मतलब एक तरफ से इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस बाहर आ रही होंगी, so that outward flux. From the other side, electric field lines are going inside, that is inward flux. Closed surface के लिए flux is defined as net outward flux, means total outward minus total inwards. So a simplified example, suppose if it is a cube, कोई भी शेप हो सकता है, रेगुलर, इरेगुलर, एनी टाइप ऑफ शेप. Electric field can be uniform or non-uniform. Suppose it is kept in some electric field, एक side से electric field lines अंदर जा रही है, which is phi in, this is inward flux. Electric field lines फिर इसको cross करके from the other side is coming out as well. This is called phi out. For any closed surface, अंदर पता नहीं हमें क्या हो रहा है. The electric flux to any closed surface is defined as net outward flux. Net outward flux का मतलब total outward minus inward. That is the definition of flux through a closed surface. Okay, so please write. ये वैसे वही है जो पहले किया था. E dot A into cos theta. जब इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइन अंदर जा रही है तो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड और एरिया वेक्टर के बीच में एंगल कितना हुआ? 180 डिग्री. Electric field lines are going in, so electric field की direction और area vector के बीच का direction opposite. Theta is 180 and cos 180 is negative. That's why inward is negative. अभी भी ये summation ही हो रहा है, लेकिन vector summation है. When electric field lines are coming out, it is in the direction of electric field, so theta is 0. Outward flux is taken positive because theta is 0 and cos 0 is plus 1. Cos 180 is minus. From the side where electric field lines are going in, theta is 180. So basically we are doing phi 1 plus phi 2 only, but because of cos 180 that becomes negative. So please write, for a closed surface, the electric flux for a closed surface, the electric flux is defined as net outward flux coming out of that area. Net outward flux. Then you can write the definition. Phi out, phi closed surfaces, phi out minus phi in. और ये outward positive क्यों है? Because electric field area vector same direction. Inward is taken with the negative sign because electric field area is. So negative sign is already included. अभी आप दोबारा भी minus नहीं लगाना है. Now we have to just put the magnitude. It's already included. That's why phi out minus phi in. Compare with the analogy of water flow. Water is going into some tank and then coming out. If more water is coming out, means there is a positive flux, right? पानी अंदर कम गया, बाहर ज्यादा निकल रहा है. Through the area, there is a positive flux. Electric flux will be positive. और वो कब हो सकता है? मतलब वाटर वाले केस में. And in which situation it is possible कि पानी अंदर कम जाए और बाहर ज्यादा निकले? When there is a tap inside. Yes. Common sense. There must be some water source. एक रूम में पानी अंदर कम जा रहा है, बाहर ज्यादा निकल. It simply means there must be a source of water inside. Same logic, if electric field lines are going in less and coming out more, that means there must be a source of electric field line inside and which is positive charge. So if electric flux is positive, there must be some positive charge inside. Right? The picture with me? Next line says common one, the outward flux is taken positive. Outward flux is taken positive. Bracket में theta is equal to 0. And flux entering the surface is taken. Flux entering the surface is taken negative. The flux coming out of the surface, outward flux is taken positive, theta is 0. And flux entering the surface is taken negative, bracket में theta is equal to 180 degree. And flux entering into the surface is taken negative. Right? Okay. So अगर किसी सरफेस में जितनी फील्ड लाइन अंदर जा रही है उतनी बाहर आ रही है, इसका क्या मतलब है? What does that represent? The same number of field line enters comes out. Net flux is 0. No charge is present inside. अगर फील्ड लाइन ज्यादा रहती है और बाहर कम निकले, means some field lines are terminated. So there is some thing or negative charge होना चाहिए because field lines terminate on negative. Correct? Electric field lines अगर यूनिफॉर्म का मतलब कांस्टेंट, जितने अंदर जा रहे उतने बाहर निकलेंगी. In a uniform electric field line, the net flux through a closed surface will always be zero. बता रहे? In a uniform electric field मतलब जितनी फील्ड अंदर जा रही है उतनी बाहर निकलेगी. तो outward and inward is same. Total will be zero. Net flux zero means net charge inside will be zero. अगर ये irregular surface हो instead of a cube, then same logic. Instead of a cube, if it is a sphere or any irregular surface kept inside any type of electric field, uniform or uniform doesn't matter. But now it has to be a closed surface. Closed surface means at least twice the electric field line has to intersect. Open surface में electric field line केवल एक बार intersect. Closed surface electric field line will intersect twice, at least twice. और ऐसे ज़्यादा भी हो सकता है. twice ज़्यादा कब हो सकता है? Intersect, again intersect, again intersect, and again intersect. 1, 2, 3, 4. किसी भी इलेक्ट्रिक सर्किट में ऐसा हो सकता है. Yes. So even explains it for irregular or unsymmetrical closed surface. For irregular / unsymmetrical closed surface, the electric flux is defined as. अभी फिर से हम इसका एक छोटा सा एरिया लेंगे DA. उस छोटे से एरिया में फ्लक्स कैलकुलेट करेंगे and then we integrate this for entire surface. जहाँ से start किया वहाँ पे वापस आना है. So that is why we also represent a closed symbol here. Left वाला जो है ये phi है, this is a straight line and a circle. This is a symbol for electric flux. ये integration ये normal वाला. When it is an open, एक end से start होकर दूसरे end पे खत्म हो जाता है, then we don't apply the circle. Now it is a closed surface. The point where you started, you have to come back to the same point. So that integral is called closed integral. Right? और ये arrow भी बनाते हैं वैसे तो higher level पे नहीं बनाओगे तो भी चलेगा. इसका होगा बट क्यूब में हमारे पास एक तरीका था E into A. यहाँ पे तो पता है ना E into A cos theta plane surface है. When it is an irregular surface, then we don't have any other option. We need to integrate. It is a closed integral of E dot dA. A is a small surface. dA is a small surface on small area. This is small area vector on the surface of sphere. Sphere or on the surface of closed body. It can be cylinder. It can be now solid hemisphere also. ये लेफ्ट साइड में phi है, राइट साइड में it is closed integral. पहला वाला when the surface is uniform like a cube or cuboid. And second one is will be used when it is a non-uniform shape of the surface or non-uniform electric field lines. Right? Next star and right. In a uniform electric field, net electric flux ऐश्वर्या आपने अभी ज्वाइन किया? ऐश्वर्या
Yes,
very good.
sir.
Why so late?
Sir, I joined earlier. अभी actually sir लाइट चली गई तो वाईफाई चला गया था तो मैं डिस्कनेक्ट हो गई थी.
Okay. 4:15 तक नहीं किया था, थोड़ा टाइम भी आ जाएगा. Yes. Okay, then fine. In a uniform electric field, the net क्या लिखा था? Net electric flux through any closed surface is always zero. Net electric flux through any closed surface is always zero. Is it necessary only for a uniform electric field? क्या ये केवल यूनिफॉर्म के लिए true है? Suppose there is a point charge. This point charge में electric field lines. This is a non-uniform electric field. Point charge के electric field non-uniform है because it is changing in magnitude as well as direction. Now suppose if we assume a what is the total flux passing through this imaginary sphere? ऐसे imaginary closed surface को हम Gaussian surface बोलते हैं, जो होता नहीं है जब हम ड्रॉ कर लेते हैं to apply the Gauss law, to apply something called Gauss law जो हम पढ़ेंगे in today's class. तो यहाँ sphere रखा नहीं, हमने randomly imaginary sphere assume कर लिया. What is the total flux passing through that sphere surface? Is it zero, positive, or cannot say, or negative? ये uniform electric field तो नहीं है by the way, because electric field lines are not parallel. How many electric field lines are entering? ऐसे count करोगे तो 3. बाहर कितनी निकल रही है? 3. So net electric flux is 0. So it is not necessary that it is to only electric field, it is necessary that if there is no charge present inside, इस डॉटेड स्फीयर के अंदर भी कोई चार्ज नहीं है, कोई सोर्स नहीं है, कोई सिंक नहीं. So any such surface which does not include any charge, flux will always be zero because field line will intersect twice. एक तरफ से अंदर जाएगी, दूसरी तरफ से बाहर. तो जो पहला स्टार लिखा था that is correct but not necessary for all conditions. That's not the only case. So mark another star and write the net electric flux to any closed surface which does not contain charge must always be zero. It does not have charge inside or which does not contain charge must be zero. Right? So असली प्रॉब्लम किसकी है? चार्ज की. असली कंडीशन चार्ज की है, नॉट द शेप ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस. वो यूनिफॉर्म है, नॉन यूनिफॉर्म है. अतुल कुछ आ रहा है? कितना? थोड़ा सा आता है. तो वी अंडरस्टैंडिंग ना, तो चल क्या रहा है? या कनेक्टेड है ना. थोड़ा सा पीछे का रहेगा, कोई बात नहीं. ठीक है, तो ये समझ में आ रहा है ना क्या? फाइन, वेरी नाइस. So that's why there is another law called as Gauss law. Gauss is a mathematical theorem, in fact, not a law. Law or theorem में क्या difference है? What is the difference between law and theorems? Laws are proved that theorems are hypothetical. अच्छा, theorems are hypothetical. मैथ से प्रूव करते हैं बचपन से theorem. Theorems are mathematically proven and laws are experimentally verified, experimentally proven. What is the difference between law and principle?
Principles are always true.
Why Archimedes gave principle but Newton gave laws? Archimedes को क्या ऐसी कोई चीज ने principle बनाया? Laws can be broken.
Principles are always true and laws can be proven.
About chemistry. केमिस्ट्री में हर एक चीज का एक्सप्लेनेशन भी है, ऐसा नहीं है. थोड़ा हायर लेवल जाना पड़ेगा आपको. अभी उसको हम एक्सेप्शन नाम से पढ़ लेते हैं. केमिस्ट्री नो डाउट. यस, हम केमिस्ट्री की बात नहीं कर रहे, फिजिक्स की बात कर रहे हैं. देयर इज नो एक्सेप्शन. प्रिंसिपल्स आर कुछ स्पेसिफिक चीजों के लिए ट्रू होता तो कहेगा प्रिंसिपल्स हो. Principles cannot be proved, cannot be disproved. They can only be verified, but they are always true. Always. Friends? Yes. आपने क्या कहा? लॉस कभी ब्रेक नहीं होते. लॉस ऑफ ग्रेविटी का लॉ है, अगर ग्रेविटी है तो हमेशा सेम रहेगा. theories are mathematical. Theory can be changed. Laws are always universally applicable. Theorems are mathematical. Mathematically, this law was derived, or this theorem was derived, which was converted into Gauss law. Next we'll do Gauss theorem, but before that ये note कर लेना. सब ये समझ में आ गया? So we'll do 1 or 2 questions before starting the Gauss theorem. Gauss theorem is simple this fact: total electric flux passing through any closed Gaussian surface or closed surface is directly proportional to charge enclosed by it. Right? We should correctly don't worry, control. We on side में होगी. इसके पहले एक इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड वाली भी होती है. इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड वाली बच्ची ना इलेक्ट्रिक फ्राइडे. अभी हम समझ लेते हैं थोड़ा. Gauss theorem. Theorem is mathematical. Mathematical is supposedly more basic than experimental. may or may not be true, but mathematical proof is more accepted than the experimental proof, right? So Gauss ने mathematically कुछ theorems बनाई, कुछ calculate किया, and he proposed that the total electric flux that is passing through any closed surface is directly proportional to the charge enclosed, or proportionality हटाएंगे तो constant आ जाता है 1 by epsilon naught. This was a mathematical theorem proposed by the Gauss. So please write the statement. The net flux, the net electric flux. Okay, आगे मैग्नेटिक भी पढ़ेंगे हम. What is Q is charge. Symbol used for charge. Yes. The net electric flux coming out of a closed surface is equal to 1 by epsilon naught. ये epsilon naught क्या था? परमिटिविटी उस मीडियम की जिस मीडियम में चार्ज रखा गया. ये वैक्यूम के लिए, वैक्यूम में अगर सपोज प्योर मीडियम होगा तो नॉट विल चेंज, इट बिकम 1 by epsilon. The net electric flux coming out of closed surface is 1 by epsilon naught times charge enclosed by the surface. By epsilon naught times charge enclosed by the surface, where epsilon naught is permittivity, of surrounding medium. जिस मीडियम में चार्ज रखा है, surrounding medium. Permittivity is some property of a medium. Water के लिए different, air के लिए different, glass के लिए different. And this epsilon naught symbol was for vacuum. So assuming that this present is vacuum, और vacuum के लिए इसकी वैल्यू कितनी थी? 30. 8.854 10 to the power minus 12 unit. Coulomb square per Newton square. This is the permittivity of vacuum or free space. Okay. अब ये जो closed surface है, closed surface पे electric flux है, इसका फॉर्मूला E डॉट है, थोड़ा और मैथमेटिकल बना लेकर. क्लोज्ड सरफेस पे अगर हम E डॉट dA को इंटीग्रेट करते हैं, ये dA स्मॉल एरिया, उसमें ds लिखा होता है, s क्रॉस सरफेस is equal to total charge enclosed by epsilon. This is the mathematical version of Gauss theorem. और यहाँ पर हम कोई भी क्लोज सरफेस दे सकते हैं मैथमेटिकली. क्लोज सरफेस इज स्फीयर, सिलेंडर, कोई भी क्यूब, any type of shape we can use. Theorems are mathematical, so this is more fundamental than Coulomb. Coulomb gave something which is only for point charge. यहाँ पे चार्ज कैसा भी हो, रॉड के फॉर्म में हो, डिस्क के फॉर्म में हो, शीट के फॉर्म में हो, that can be taken into account while writing the Gauss theorem. Right? Okay. एक दो questions करते हैं NCERT से, from the NCERT, and then we will see. अभी तक कोई डाउट किसी को? Any problem? इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस कितनी पास हो रही है उसको रिप्रेजेंट करने का मैथमेटिकल तरीका है Q by epsilon. ना हम देख सकते हैं, ना हम काउंट कर सकते हैं. हाइपोथेटिकली क्वेश्चंस होते हैं बुक में, बट वी कैन नॉट काउंट द इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस, वी कैन नॉट सी देम. मैथमेटिकली किसी एक सरफेस से कितनी पास हो रही है, E into A cos थीटा. किसी क्लोज सरफेस से कितनी बाहर निकल सकती है, कितनी निकल रही है, दैट इज द टोटल चार्ज enclosed by epsilon. राइट? कैलकुलेट करने का दो तरीका है. There are two possible way to calculate the electric flux. या तो हम ये पता कर लें कि अंदर कितना चार्ज है डिवाइड बाय एप्सिलॉन नॉट, या फिर हम उसके ऊपर E डॉट D कैलकुलेट कर लें, 1/2 राइट. अगर हम इधर से कैलकुलेट कर लें आउटवर्ड फ्लक्स माइनस इनवर्ड फ्लक्स वी गेट टोटल फ्लक्स, उसको इक्वेट कर दें q by epsilon naught, then we can also find how much charge is present inside. Calculate total flux by outward minus inward and equate this to q by epsilon naught to calculate how much charge is present inside. So there are many applications of Gauss theorem. One of them is finding charge, another is finding electric field also. अगर चार्ज पता है तो हम E कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं, E पता है तो चार्ज कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं. We can derive this, and since it is a theorem, it is applicable for all the shape of charges, not just for a point charge. Clear? लिखो question it. A cube of side length A is kept in a non-uniform electric field. In a non-uniform electric field. Between x equals to A and x equals to 2A, as shown in the diagram. And electric field is given by right in a non-uniform electric field given by E is equal to E naught x cube I cap. In I cap. 11th was online, so I can understand. Don't worry. आपका ऑफलाइन था. हाँ तो पेपर से नॉलेज थोड़ी आती है यार, पढ़ने से नॉलेज आती है, पेपर में कुछ भी लिखो. एक मार्क्स but then again doesn't solve the problem whether you know I cap or not. So you have to be honest, don't worry. We'll revise the entire 11th syllabus. Every year we do the revision of 11th after finishing 12th. This year it will be side by side. ये साल भी ऑनलाइन ही टाइप होने वाला है, बट हिम्मत रखना, हम ऑफलाइन रखेंगे क्योंकि वो सिखाना पड़ा है. You are good there, but don't need to explain. Everybody faces that challenge. कुछ का एग्जाम हुआ है, कुछ का लिखना बाकी है. कोई बात नहीं, ठीक है. Okay. Past is always in material. Always. Look towards the future. That will be bright. Fail भी होगा ना तो मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. If you do sincere effort now onwards, everything will be wiped off. Don't worry. Yes. क्या करेंगे इसमें हम? पहले हमें पता करना है इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड कितनी अंदर जा रही है, इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स. So because E is changing with x coordinate, at origin x equals to 0, no electric field, and x equals to A, electric field that goes in is E1, and that E1 will be represented जहां पे इंटर करते हैं Q पे वहां उसकी वैल्यू है E naught times AQ. On the other face, where electric field lines are coming out, where electric field will be E naught, x coordinate is 2a, so that becomes 8 E naught AQ. What is the side length of Q? A. I put 2 only. It's equals to 2, then whole cube. Because it was cube. Because the first phase where it is entering is at x equals to A, and the other phase through which electric field lines are coming out, it is at x equals to 2A. बीच में कुछ भी क्या फर्क पड़ता है? जहां से इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइन अंदर जा रही है वहां पे एक्सपोनेंट कितना है? A. So substitute x equals to A, you get the electric field line that inverts. In between something changed. When it starts coming out, electric field is coming out at the x coordinate of 2A.
Okay, the x coordinate.
Yes, because side line is A, na? If it is starting from A, the other end will be at 2A only. Question में given है cube की side length is A. So if the one edge is at x equals to A, the other will be at 2A only. Yes. Electric field line जो enter करेगी surface से, वो surface कैसा है? What is the shape of the surface? Square. Square and area will be. So electric flux that is going inside is E1 into A square. That becomes E naught A5. Electric flux that comes out from the other surface, phi out and phi in. Outward flux will be E2 times A square. That becomes 8 E naught A to the power 5. Substitute the value of E2 level. So net flux coming out to this closed surface will be phi outward minus phi inward. 7 E naught A is to power 5. This is the total flux coming out of this closed surface, closed tube. Right? Okay. अभी हमें second part में पता करना है what is the charge present inside this tube. Charge present inside. So second, apply the Gauss theorem. Net flux is charge enclosed by epsilon naught, and this came out to be 7 E naught A to the power 5. Q encloses 7 epsilon naught E naught A to the power 5. This is the total charge present inside the Q. ठीक है, तो सिंपल वाले को एक बार टेढ़ा मेढ़ा कर लेते हैं इंडिकेशन वाला टाइप रे लेवल ये यूनिफॉर्म इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड है नॉन यूनिफॉर्म यूनिफॉर्म होती तो जीरो होता है फ्लक्स नॉन यूनिफॉर्म बिकॉज़ इट इज चेंजिंग इन magnitude. It's not changing in direction but it's changing in magnitude where the x coordinate magnitude is changing, right? Okay. नेक्स्ट हम कुछ थोड़ा सा गेस करने जा रहे हैं। सपोज दिस इज अ कोन, दिस इज अ कोन, कोन के वर्टेक्स पे चार्ज रख दिया Q, के रेडियस R, this angle is alpha, height this is L. Find the total electric flux passing through the base of the cone. इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड निकालेंगे, फिर एरिया वेक्टर लेंगे और इंटीग्रेट करेंगे। अभी आपको समझ में नहीं आएगा तीनों का, रिलैक्स। आपके ऊपर है। इसको हम इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड बैलेंस में लिखेंगे। दिस इज द चार्ज, ये ऐसा इसका इक्विवेलेंट वर्जन ये भी है, एक पॉइंट चार्ज रखा है, इससे एट डिस्टेंस पे हमने एक सर्कुलर रिंग रख दी। व्हाट इज द इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स पासिंग थ्रू दिस रिंग? द सेम, राइट? चार्ज इज q, चार्ज से एट डिस्टेंस पे r रेडियस की डिस्टेंस के लिए रिंग रखा हुआ है। कैलकुलेट द टोटल इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स पासिंग। ये थोड़ा सा तो करने के दो तीन तरीके, एक बहुत गंदा तरीका है यूजिंग दिस सॉलिड एंगल। सॉलिड एंगल कुछ होता है, I mean solid angle, no idea, solid angle, area upon
मतलब जैसे उसमें तो आर्क होता था प्लेन एंगल में, मतलब 3D में जो एंगल होता है वो वाला है।
हाँ लेकिन इसका कॉन्कर कर बताया आपने, जो area upon स्क्वायर। सॉलिड एंगल अभी पढ़ा नहीं, इसलिए पढ़ा मतलब पढ़ा था लेकिन ढंग से याद नहीं, so leave it, we'll try to use some simpler method। यहाँ से कुछ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस निकल रही है, पॉजिटिव चार्ज की इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस रेडियली आउटवर्ड्स स्फेरिकली सिमेट्रिकल और so we have to find how many such field lines are passing through this base surface। इसमें हम E dot A डायरेक्टली नहीं कर सकते because electric field is non-uniform, area is non-uniform, position area भी नहीं कर सकते। Position area concept again works only when electric field is uniform। क्या बचा? एक ही तरीका इंटीग्रेशन। इंटीग्रेशन करने के लिए हमें क्या चाहिए? जैसे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड या फोर्स कैलकुलेट करने के लिए हम करते थे छोटा सा dq, यहाँ पर हमें एक छोटा सा चाहिए dA, d dot dA, दिस इज टू द स्मॉल सरफेस। ये जो सरफेस है क्या है? शेप इज डिस्क, रिंग, कुछ भी बोलो। इसे डिस्क के अंदर एक छोटा सा एरिया सेलेक्ट करना है बाय सिमेट्री। वी डिस्कस दिस, हाउ टू आइडेंटिफाई द सिमेट्री। एक डिस्क बनानी है सिमेट्रिकली, कुछ ऐसा करे एक ही काम को रिपीट कर करके, तो उसका लॉजिक क्या था? वी स्टार्ट विद द पॉइंट और फिर हम रिंग्स के ऊपर रिंग्स की रेडियस बढ़ाते थे, रिंग्स ऑन टॉप ऑफ अनदर रिंग, इट विल बिकम डिस्क, राइट? समझ रहा है ना? इसकी हेडिंग लिखिए, क्या लिखा है हेडिंग? Electric flux to the base of a cone when charge is kept at its vertex। ठीक है, तो हमें एक छोटा सा डी आइडेंटिफाई करना है, स्मॉल एरिया, उसके लिए फाई निकालना है और फिर उसको इंटीग्रेट करना है। स्मॉल एरिया फॉर अ डिस्क इज अ रिंग, आर रेडियस पे dr थिकनेस की छोटे से रिंग का जिक्र करके दिस रिंग विल बी लाइक अ डी। ठीक है, रिंग इसके सेंटर से स्मॉल r डिस्टेंस पे dr थिकनेस की एक छोटी सी हम कंसीडर करेंगे रिंग। दिस इज dA। रिंग का एरिया कितना होता है, क्या था लास्ट क्लास में, इसको कट करके सीधा कर दो, लेंथ बिकम्स 2 pi r, हम से भी आ रहा है ये हो रहा है शेडेड बस रेड कलर, रेड के अंदर वाला, इसको ऐसे कट करो और सीधा करो, इसकी लेंथ कितनी हुई इक्वल टू सर्कमफ्रेंस 2 pi r और ब्रेड्थ कितनी है इसकी dr। एरिया इज लेंथ इनटू ब्रेड्थ, दैट्स इट। ऑनलाइन था तो साथ में बहुत और बड़ी हमने यहाँ पर कैलकुलेट करना है, दिस इज एरिया, इसका एरिया वेक्टर तो इसके परपेंडिकुलर होगा। इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड वी आल्सो कैलकुलेट एट दिस पॉइंट, दोनों के बीच का एंगल थीटा, हियर दिस एंगल इज थीटा, और इसको फिर आप इंटीग्रेट करेंगे। इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स थ्रू दिस स्मॉल रिंग, तो ये स्कूल के लिए नहीं है, किसी के लिए नहीं है, बट इस छोटे से रिंग में जो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड है उसकी वैल्यू निकाल लें, इसकी एरिया इनटू कॉस ऑफ थीटा, बिकॉज़ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड वेक्टर और एरिया के बीच में एंगल थीटा है, सेम थीटा, द कॉरेस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल। समझ कंट्रोल समझ आ रहा है, ये सिचुएशन समझ आ रहा है ना। फोन के वर्टेक्स पे चार्ज रखा हुआ, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड की जगह पे यहाँ चार्ज रखा हुआ था, चार्ज की इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड का फॉर्मूला, यस मिस्टर सुशांत, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड टू पॉइंट चार्ज फॉर्मूला, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ड्यू टू पॉइंट चार्ज। क्या हुआ यार, गलती पूछ ली, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ड्यू टू पॉइंट चार्ज। क्या बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन कर चुके हैं, इसमें कम से कम 10-12 क्वेश्चन क्लास
So KQ by R square.
KQ by R स्क्वायर, कभी नोट्स पढ़ते हो नहीं पढ़ते? Electric field to point charge is KQ by R square and R will be the distance from the point charge, तो ये L है, ये छोटा वाला small r, this distance becomes root L square plus small r square। चार्ज से उस छोटे से एरिया की that becomes KQ by R square करोगे तो रूट हट जाएगा, dA is that small area, it becomes 2 pi r dr, और बचा cos थीटा, cos थीटा कितना है, base upon hypotenuse L divided by root L square plus R square। हाँ हाँ हाँ, ऐसे कुछ है, ये क्या था 1/4 2 pi से 4 pi कैंसिल, बचेगा 2, this becomes QL by 2 epsilon naught R dr divided by L square plus R square raised to power 3 by 2। कोई बात नहीं, स्विच ऑफ, अभी इसके लिए थोड़ी सी प्रीवियस बैकग्राउंड चाहिए तो हमने इस क्लास में किया है ऐसे बहुत सारे तो इट्स ओके रिलैक्स यू जस्ट एंजॉय इट it will take little time because we have done such integration type questions so relax ठीक है ओके ये कुछ बन गया इंटीग्रेशन इसको हमें इंटीग्रेट करना है on both the side to calculate the net electric flux 0 to 5 it should be integrated from 0 to capital R और ये आपके लिए होमवर्क है ठीक है ध्यान है
सही कराओ
हाँ ऐसा हमने किया था कुछ yes it is similar that's why I am giving this an homework next class we will discuss this Friday we will discuss these two worksheet कौन सी फ्राइडे क्या है हाँ अभी हो गई बेटा आई गिव द ब्रेक यस पता नहीं चला मैंने 5:20 बोला था 5:20 10 मिनट का ब्रेक चाहिए था बाहर हवा खाने के लिए ठीक है वेरी नाइस Okay, so actually you can come on tomorrow as well if it's possible for you. I think 4 to 5:30. Or you can go through the video lectures. Go through it because you need it from the basic. And then you can proceed. ठीक है? Okay, I'll provide you the exercise. Okay, thank you. थोड़ी क्लास जानबूझ के छोटी करवाई है लोगों ने ऑफलाइन वालों